102 again. So that gives us an average of 104. If my maths is correct.
I trust you.
We'll check that in 1 second. I'll just 102. Might actually be 103, we'll see. And last but not least, I need you to stand just out in front of me like this, nice and calm. Hands down by our sides, our feet just slightly apart. And what's going to happen is I'm going to come around the inside of your thigh here, and right where your fingers drop down next to your thigh is when we're going to take our next measurement. It's just a point that we can refer to again and again and again. And that's kind of the gist of this, always being able to refer back to a single point. We're at 52. And our final measurement is that arm measurement I was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
I'll have a quick peek, thank you. Yeah, still rolling nice and perfectly. So if you would be able to put your arm out just like this, hanging by its side, I need to just take a measurement between the two processes here, and that'll be our midpoint in our anatomical marker for the following measurement. I have you at 32, so we have me at 16. Lovely. Should come off in the shower, no problem.
That's fine.
And going around again, you just hold your arm out for me. I'll pass that around
like
again.
this.
So, oh, it doesn't matter, it can come back down. We're just going to shoot right for that marker there. And we come out at 27 centimeters. Are you aware of the waist hip ratio for men and women?
Yeah.
Lovely. So
Apples versus pears.
just before we go any further, we will quickly punch out that waist hip ratio. So if we have a look at these here quickly. $103. There we go.
So it's my hips.
Which is, we have our waist of 74 divided by 103.3 brings us to 0.71, which is, you know what, it's not a problem at all. For shooting, women shoot around the 0.8 region, for men it's 0.9, but we're absolutely within the ballpark there. If you wouldn't mind, we can give you a quick moment to provide a little bit of feedback on the testing, how comfortable you are with things at this point in time. It's just great for us to kind of engage with our clients, and hopefully they're feeling quite safe and happy in our kind of facilities.
Yeah.
Lovely, thank you. And we come on to the last little section of our testing, the active testing. So one is a cardiovascular test, so an aerobic test where we'll be using the step. We have a muscular endurance test, which would just be push-ups. And we have a mobility flexibility test, so the sitting for each. I'm sure you're quite familiar with that one. Normally we start with the cardiovascular endurance test, but if you have any preference other than that.
No, that's fine. We can start with that.
Okay, perfect. So what we'll be doing today is a step test, And essentially what will happen is you will step up and down onto this step here at a cadence of 96 BPM for 3 minutes, and then we'll take your heart rate immediately after that 3 minutes has elapsed, and that'll be, I guess, the value that we take in order to gauge your performance in that cardiovascular setting.
Yeah.
So it's gonna sound something like this. I've just got to fire up the metronome quickly so that we can have something to gauge.
Do I have
off.
to do it in time with the metronome?
Yeah. It'll be at a cadence of 96 BPM.
Yeah.
If I can get this working. There we go. So it should sound something like this.
Is that up, down, up, down?
Up, down, down, up, down, down.
Oh, okay.
So I'll demonstrate just quickly for you.
Thank you.
So it'll look something like this. And it'll just be 3 minutes of that. You comfortable doing that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Well, I'll just keep that running in a minute and it'll start. Oh. As we have our timer right here, and I'll put it up just so it's nice and clear for you to see as well.
Thank you.
So, this is what happens when you run a home gym and have to screen in your home. There are little things here, there, and everywhere.
Yes.
So, when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, go. Pardon me. So, if you would, the laptop had a small seizure. 3, 2, 1, go. Very good.
It's more rhythm than anything.
That's it. Yeah. I'll bring it right next to you so it's nice and clear as well. There we go. Feeling nice and comfortable?
Yep.
Oh, that's what we want to hear. So it doesn't seem like this is the first gym you've ever been to.
No. I've just moved up here from, I just graduated uni and started a job on the ambulance.
Oh, yes.
So I'm like not at my old gym anymore. So I just sort of.
Pardon me, sorry, I think the laptop's. We're experiencing a slight. Well, it's not dead, we've had some slight technical difficulties. I might be able to run both. Yep, so I can run this in the background. I can just run a timer off this, no problem.
No worries.
Sorry for that.
That's okay.
Are you feeling okay? You're comfortable to start right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we can start right again in 3, 2, 1, go. Apologies for that. I'm hoping you're still feeling alright.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, not a problem.
An extra 30 seconds of exercise isn't going to do me any harm.
No, it's just more accurate for our baseline. But yes, you were saying about your other gym?
Yeah, so I was seeing a personal trainer there for a little while, but then sort of COVID hit and you know, it all got closed down, and I work in healthcare, so I got even busier.
I can imagine. Yes, no, I can very much imagine that it would both give you a lot of time and take it all the way at once.
Yes. Everyone else sort of got a bit of a break, and us folks in healthcare, not so much.
No, work fired up very quickly.
It sure did.
Lovely. But you'll be glad to know you're a third of the way through on here, so only less than 2 minutes left.
Never feels so long when you have to do something like this.
I can imagine it's quite tedious. It's not even exciting. It's just step up, step down.
It's like if you've ever had to do 2 minutes of CPR.
Oh, yeah.
2 minutes has never gone so slow.
Yeah, I think the quickest thing I can draw on is swimming in a pool when you got nothing but a black line to look at most of the day.
Oh yeah, I don't think I ever spent much time with my head underwater when I was swimming.
Oh yeah. No, it's from past experience. Yeah, it's your one best friend and your worst enemy. Because when it ends, it means you can get out. But while it's still going, you don't want it there anymore.
Yeah.
There we go, 2 minutes through. Flying through this. Lovely. And 30 seconds left. Lovely. 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on down, sit down over here. Let's have a look at that heart rate. 164. That's pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's going quite high. But I'll check that just with the sphygmometer, for the sake of...
I am quite unfit.
I guess the sake of accuracy, but also we have technology here, so why not use it?
Fair enough.
Means that we get multiple readings. Off we go. Again, we're going to 180 to 200. There we go. And we're coming back down. I can turn this off while we're at it.
Blood pressure will probably be through the roof.
That's alright, we're not worried about that. There we go. And a heart rate of 103, which is pretty much bang on. So we can assume that yours was 160 immediately after.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's not a problem. $164, I should say. Oh, thank you.
That's alright.
Do you need a breather? Or are you ready to go on to our flexibility testing? We'll give you a break before we get you to do the muscular endurance.
Yeah, I was going to say I can do flexibility right now.
Yep. Alright, perfect. Well, I'm going to take you back to high school with the sit and reach test.
I was bad at it then, and I'm sure I'll be bad at it now.
Wow. Simply, we have this box here, and we're going to get you to put your feet up against it. So we have a 3 centimetre recess. So when your feet go under here, that'll be essentially a -3 kind of off any score that you get. So I'll give you 3 attempts at this test. You're going to sit down in an L sit essentially with your feet hard up against the grey and reach forward. You've got to hold.
A bit of room, I'm quite
That's not a problem. We can make a lot of room for you. When you reach forward, you need to hold whatever distance you reach for 3 seconds and then come back down. So whatever point you're at that final 3-second count is where we take it from. So we'll just do a little bit of rearranging just quickly, and I'll take that chair. And we should have plenty of room.
So like this.
Yep, and when you're ready, reach forward. 3, 2, 1, done. So that was a -3. With the -3 is a -6 score. We'll go on to the next one. You get a bit better, don't you worry. Each time you move, you
get
better.
Very bad at this.
Ready, and when you're ready, go forward again. 1, 2, 3. So that was a 0. So it's the -3. We're getting better each time. And when you're ready to come forward again, do so. 1, 2, 3. You actually managed to pull a exact -3 there. So, as your average anyway, because you went +3 then, so that's your 0. The previous one was -3, and the one previous was -6. So that gives us our average of -3 at that point in time.
Okay, I have no clue.
I'll show you in just a second because I have a table of norms values for you. Here's your seat. So I'll give you a little bit more of a breather before we hit the push-ups. But yes. So just over here. We have a table of norms values. So we were looking just at yours a moment ago. So we had yours, you were in this area here. And so sadly that has you a little bit underperforming on your cardiovascular fitness, but it does not discount other like heart conditions. Some people do have a naturally high heart rate. You do seem pretty fit just based on appearance, but at the moment we'll go with this reading just for the sake of it. But it also, regardless of the reading, we have something to build on. It's a baseline, so regardless of what it actually is, we have something to draw back to with regards to our SMART goals. With the sit and reach test, if we look at the females here, the average is normally 12.8, and so we'll be again attempting to work on that a touch as well.
Some quite low.
Quite low, yes. So it's a bit tough with that setup, but yes, we are behind at the moment with regards to that. Our flexibility we're looking to increase with a regard to about 15 centimeters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's completely achievable. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that in the slightest, because with the routine, as you were saying, going to the gym consistently, doing anything with consistently, whether it be stretching, working out, and that kind of thing, will yield strong development very, very quickly. Are you feeling ready to do the push-ups?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, not a problem.
Okay, with the rest of them.
Yep. So I'll take your paperwork, which is just under here, sorry. And we'll go on to the push-up test.
So what do I have to do?
So you have the choice of doing push-ups from your hands on, your feet or knees, and you just go till you can't do any more.
Okay, I might go knees, if that's okay.
Not a problem. So we'll take you out, find you, or give you some more space on the floor.
Can you see me down here?
Yep, we can all see you. I'll move these chairs as well. That's the small living situation at the moment.
It's quite minimalistic.
Minimalistic, but somehow cramped at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So when you're ready, go from your knees, and I need you, when you do a push-up, to go all the way to your angle between your your forearm and your upper arm is 90 degrees. I need you to go all the way down to there and then back up to a full lockout.
Oh, okay. Like that?
A touch lower. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Very good. Very good. 10. Good.
You take my glasses off my face.
Not a problem.
Thank you. I always forget about that.
12.
It was 11.
Good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Good. Good. Very good. Very, very good. Well done. Here are your glasses. So with that result there, we have you sitting for the muscular endurance test. Right here. Right about here, which is really, really good. It says you got good muscular strength at the moment, but again, always something we can build, and that's why we're at the gym, aren't we?
Yeah, like I know I have the upper body strength from pole and areas and stuff. It's just I don't have the flexibility or the cardiovascular fitness. Strength's about all I've got.
Okay. So yes, with regards to that, obviously we can work in all three. The flexibility and the cardiovascular areas have greater room for development.
Yeah, but I'd like to get stronger.
Oh yeah, that's not going to be a problem at all. That is the conclusion of pre-exercise screening today. Thank you for coming in, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the following weeks.
Got a lot of work to do.
Perfect, well done. Thank you very much.
Thank you.